Okay. All right. Hello and welcome to the basement or dungeon at Critical Hit Games in Corona, California. My name is Scott, and the rest of us are kind of relatively known as what? Fumble Through, which we continue to do successfully without issue.
I've done that every time.
Yes.
We never have issues.
Yes, we never have issues. So tonight is, well, I'm going to say, tonight's a special night. We're taking a break from our normally scheduled Castle Amber game to do a Dungeon Crawl Classics game to promote DCC Day coming here at Critical Hit Games on June 26th. Saturday, it's going to be an all-day event here at the store. There'll be a variety of GMs running games, other activities, events. There'll be free swag to give away. Tons of.
I love free swag. Tons of
DCC materials and books. Some new stuff that is only going to be available for that day. So tonight we are going to be running a game called. Yes.
I have some questions about that.
About what?
Is DCC easy to run for those who are new?
Yes, it is very, very easy to run, as you will find out tonight as we go step by step through the rules to make sure nobody fumbles and nobody has any issues with the understanding of the game.
So would you say that those books really walk you through it? And anybody could do it, especially if you're new at gaming?
Did anyone else get a question?
Yes.
I didn't.
Hold on.
Also,
I'd like to burn luck to answer that question, please.
how much does it cost to come to DCC Day here at the store?
Darren.
Yes, it's free.
I don't want to say.
Free!
And we get free swag.
Well,
Wow.
Well, no. DCC does give a couple things to hand out, but it's not like it's all free. Playing a game here is free. Coming to the store is free. Checking it out is free. But there will be DCC special event items for sale.
Yes.
Likewise, when you buy something, you might get something included with it that's part of the day's event.
Especially if you're from the stream and you mention it.
Right.
Air conditioning included when you visit.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there will be a raffle.
Yes. So
There will.
There will be a raffle, and I will give you a hug because I will be there.
right.
And it's going to be a blast.
I will be there too. No hugs.
That sucks. Scott's hugs are the best. I've never
Hello, my wife is probably watching. All right, you're right.
thank you so much, Dinosaur Nips, for saying that they love the stream and setup.
It's Chase.
Who is Dinosaur Day?
I don't know.
You and your
Dinosaur
nerd digs
Nips.
away from my
Hi,
house.
Chase.
Hi, Chase.
Hi, Chase.
He follows our Instagram.
So, anyways, tonight's game that we're going to be using to introduce all of you to a mid-level DCC gaming is going to be Neon Knights, written by Brendan LaSalle, one of many fantastic writers and creators who works with DCC. You will all be, every one of the players here will be helming a level 3 character. We'll go around the room in a minute and have everyone introduce their character. But tonight is not going to be a normal game, as what I'm going to be doing is taking step by step certain aspects of the game, introducing them to their characters and how to do things. So to give a general idea of what it's going to be like here when you come and play on Saturday, June 26th. So the pace will be just a little bit slower than a normal game. So what we're going to do is we will go around the room and we will start with Chelsea. Chelsea, what is your character? And who are you playing tonight and what is their name?
My name is Mary One-Eye Guzman, and I am a former beggar turned thief.
Fantastic! I was going to do Robert next, but we'll move across the room to Haley. Haley, who are you and what are you playing?
Okay, I'm Creona Theocres, and I am a wizard.
Okay, fantastic. And then we will go over to Darren. Darren, who are you? What are you playing?
I am Lord Snoofintooth, I am a chaotic elven artisan.
Okay. And is Lord your given name or your title?
I don't know. Can I have a title? Because I put it in the title slot.
You can have.
Then yes, it is my title.
Excellent.
I am Lord Snoofentoot. I guess it could be my given name too, and I can put Noble Lord Snoofentoot.
Or just Lord.
That's
Like some people who have named their child Doctor in hopes they become a doctor.
Doctor.
So Doctor, exactly.
Title Lord, name Snoofentoot.
Snoofentoot, excellent. And then last we have Robert. Robert, who are you playing, or what? And what is your character's name, and who are you playing tonight?
Where's the soundboard with the cricket?
I'm playing. This is my beard. I'm playing Azor the dwarf.
Assazor?
Yes.
Asshole.
Azor.
That's canon.
That's what I heard. Assazor?
Asshore.
Oh my gosh! You should be Toot and Snoof.
Toot and Snoop.
Get it? Because you smell farts.
Oh no, he's
I'm
snooping
snooping
too,
the
because he's
toots.
snooping other people's toots.
Wow, that's
So-
I'm a Lord.
Yeah,
That's
it
worse.
is awkward.
That's worse than what I said.
So while we're waiting for Robert, I'm just going to kind of go over and refresh you on what Dungeon Crawl Classics is. So all of you are fairly versed in D&D, and I believe everyone here has already participated in a funnel of sorts, right? So you already know that DCC can be very deadly. It has a very large level of gonzo nature to it, meaning that it can be as off the wall and crazy as any game you've ever played.
Which is why we are also prepared with 2 characters.
Exactly.
Name my other characters.
But the other thing is there's, but even though there's tons of tables, there's tons of things that can fall into play, random rolls, crazy dice, D16s, D30s, D24s, and so on. It still is going to give you a large amount of space to improvise your characters and allow you to, pretty much do anything you want. Really embrace the gonzo nature that is DCC with your level 3 characters tonight. This is going to be very different than the funnel that you guys have played in. So
We read your character name, we read Asshore.
it's that
We already
built-in,
said it to our
it's
fans,
that built-in
so.
S in the dwarven language,
You're welcome.
So anyways, just before we start, anyone have any questions in general before we start?
It looks like this number between the armor class and the hit points in parentheses, is that my armor class?
That is your armor class.
Has
yes.
an asterisk. And I see nothing that correlates to the asterisk.
Your armor, probably. Right-hand side of your sheet.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I add that. Because I have chainmail and shield
No, that is your AC
combined with the chainmail and shield. Gotcha.
Yeah. So if you took your armor off, you would subtract it from that. And that would be
Gotcha.
your base AC if you were just
Perfect.
like unclothed or
Thank you.
so. Okay.
Excellent.
So we shall begin. Let me check something real quick here. I tend to get up.
Alright, so we're doing critical fumbles in this game, right?
Oh, we're doing the whole thing. There's fumbles, there's critical hits, there's mighty deeds with the dwarven warriors, there's spell
Mighty D's?
mighty deeds.
Oh, do you want to explain luck?
Sure. So a lot of the mechanics within Dungeon Crawl Classics is based off of D&D. It has most of the standard D&D stats. You roll a d20. You're essentially trying to beat a specific roll over a specific number to succeed, and everything else is pretty much the same in regards to that and other aspects of Dungeons and Dragons. Some of the things that makes it different is you have an ability in DCC called Luck. At any given time, I could ask you to make me a luck roll, and depending on the amount of luck that you have, luck is the only thing that you want to roll under. If I asked you to make me a luck roll, so
Under my luck
yeah,
thing?
so if
Okay.
you make a roll, but the other important thing about luck to note is it is a commodity you can spend to change the outcome of your die roll. You can spend anywhere from 1 point of luck to all of it to change your die roll to succeed either before or after. So it really doesn't matter if you do it before or after, but you can spend your luck to succeed at any roll, but only your roll. The only thing that can affect other die rolls within the game is a character class called a halfling that none of you are playing, so don't worry about that right now. So with that, that's how luck is. So you could burn luck is the term to change it, but realize that every time you burn it, your luck keeps going down. So the lower your luck is, the harder it's going to be for you to roll under it if I ask you to make a luck roll.
So I've only done funnels, never an actual level character.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at some of these spells I have for my artisan here.
Yep.
What's corruption?
Okay, so corruption, if you want to, do you have a book, Darren?
No, but I have a phone.
Okay, so it might be hard to look it up, but I've got a wonderful little DCC reference sheet book here that I recommend if you're interested in this game. If Darren doesn't have a copy of it, definitely order it through him. It's very helpful within this game. So corruption. Let's see here, and that's a wizard spell, right?
It's not a spell, but I looked up the spell like Magic Shield, for example, and it has notes, description, misfire, corruption.
Oh, okay. So sorry. My bad. I do not know all the spells by heart.
Yes.
So what corruption is, when you cast a spell and you fail, there's this chance that if you end up rolling on the fumble table in spells, which spells can also fumble and critically fumble within this game, you can then roll on a corruption table.
Okay.
And each time that this happens, you become more and more corrupt, meaning that your body will start to reflect the what magic is doing to you. It'll start to twist your body.
Oh, yeah, I'm reading these.
Corruption table, yeah.
Not even that. It just says on a misfire.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm looking up Magic Shield.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It just says level 1 range, touch duration, varies, casting time, 1 action, save, none. Description: caster conjures up a magical shield that defends him from opponents.
Correct.
But it doesn't say like how it defends them.
Well, that's where the special scenario within Magic and Dungeons & Dragons Classics comes into play. There's tables you roll on.
Okay.
So when you cast a spell in this game, you roll a d20. You add your current caster level, which is the level that your character class is. So that would be a +3. Plus, if you're a wizard, you add intelligence. If you're a cleric, you add personality, and then that determines on a large table. So each spell has its own table. The higher the value that you roll, the better the outcome of the spell.
Okay.
So spells within DCC just don't do one thing like in Dungeons & Dragons. They can do a very basic thing, like Magic Missile can shoot 1 missile, or if you roll like 30 or higher, it can do a crazy, insane situation.
So you cast a spell, something happens.
Correct.
Then we roll to find out what actually happens.
Well, that's you roll, and that determines what happens.
Yeah.
So you roll a 20-sided. Let's say you roll a 20-sided, and all in all, you end up getting 15. You would look on that particular table what 15 does,
Okay.
and then that would
something happens. Correct.
yeah that would
Something happens.
yeah we definitely need a fumble through button. Just burn fumble through. Boom. So because we all fumble through. So anyway, so what was the spell again, Darren?
I like Magic Shield for example.
Okay, so Magic Shield. So Magic Shield in here is. I had it right here a second ago. People might be. So that is on page 146.
Oh, did you find this so quickly?
In this wonderful little reference book.
Oh, Jesus Christ. There it is.
Okay.
That's
So why don't you read to me what happens if you rolled a 15?
Oh, gotcha. A caster conjures a shield that provides a +4 bonus to AC for 2d6 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Now, is there a fumble table there?
Right
above it?
Oh yeah, the manifestation. Yeah, I guess there is.
Yeah, so what would be a fumble if you fumbled it? What would happen?
I fumble, roll 1d6 modified by luck, 0 less, corruption misfire. That's a lot. So I roll a d6.
Okay.
Is this the manifestation?
a manifestation, but what's on the misfire table?
One caster shield appears as a force burst aimed inward instead of spreading out, causing 1d4 of damage as it explodes against him.
Right.
It sucks.
So yeah, so if you misfire, you would then roll on the corruption table, take corruption, and then you would roll on the misfire table.
Okay.
So yeah, so magic in Dungeon Crawl Classics is spectacular. It could devastate continents, but it can also turn back on you at a moment's notice. But which brings us to one more aspect of the game. For spellcasters, you can also do what's called spell burn, which allows you to burn your own abilities to add to your roll. So you could burn strength, you can burn agility, constitution, and which will allow your rolls to be higher within the game. But the problem is, all of your ability scores drop. And it's not permanent, but it takes a very long time to recover those things within the game. But you never know. You know, everyone could be half dead, the spellcaster is in a corner, some large demon is attacking, and he just says, forget it. He takes out a sword, cuts off his arm, which counts as spell burning, because technically when you're spell burning, it's just not like I take it with my strength. You would give me an example of what is deteriorating or what you're sacrificing for the spell burn, and you would add that to your roll. So, anywho, any questions outside of that? We're going to go through this as we're playing within the game too, so we don't need to know everything up front. So, anything else? Fantastic. Robert, anything else? Okay. So about ready to open my mouth. Oh, wait. Okay, so...
Wait.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so we're going to open the scene. You are all established adventurers. You know each other. And
Are we friends?
you're friends, yes.
Are we lovers?
That's entirely up to you guys. So...
Just change the rating on this podcast.
yeah.
Not a podcast. Barely even a stream.
Okay, so we're going to begin. You were in the city of Estrella, otherwise known as the City of Lanterns. Estrella is the southernmost city on what is known as Marduk's Island. Excuse me. Some story about Marduk's Island, an ancient and forgotten race of intelligent creatures, sometimes referred to in whispers as the tales are being told around campfires and to children, are known as the Quiet Masters. They were the ones that built the city in the age prior, long forgotten knowledge on how they could create these architectural and engineering miracles is lost, right? So you're living within the remains of a more ancient society that built this. But it doesn't matter, you're focusing on the now. So not even the most well-read of sages knows how these ancient ones created this towering city, somehow even seemingly etched with acid from one single colossal stone. So it's a architectural marvel to behold. It's a completely unwalled city, but it has towers as high as 19 stories with stone bridges connecting buildings 50 feet in the air. A huge open-air market ringed by a grove of stone statues of enormous catalpa trees, and a 6-acre waterfront dock that seems to be grown from a strangely branching cyclopean stone rather than carved or built. So your residents, your family, let's say, your ancestors are residents of a city that they pretty much found. So the city is hung with permanent, ever-burning lanterns that give off no heat, only a strange bluish-white light that shines like strange moonbeams. Nobody knows how the lamps were made or how they continue to shine. You can disassemble them if you like, find the odd cloth bundles within their hanging clear globes, all the way down to a mix of crystals, copper dust, feldspar chips within. But once dissected, they never work again. So, continuing with the story, sometime in the distant past, these quiet masters disappeared, and human civilization came to inhabit the island. For thousands of years, the island was held by a line of ancient kings and warlords until some 100 years ago, when a massive army of humanoids and their monster allies came forcing the population of humans, elves, dwarves, halflings to flee. But 2 generations ago, mankind struck back, bringing armies across the water to fight for their ancient homeland, and the fight continued for decades, but a hard-won victory finally came during the time of your parents. So that's the background of the city that you're in. All right. So this is the city of your birth. It is a metropolitan city. Dwarves, elves, halflings, humans all live together in unity here, and you have spent some time away adventuring, making your way throughout the world, seeing glorious sights, traversing through wondrous towns and cities and lands, but eventually you all continue to make your way back to Estrella. Now more importantly than ever, because the morning comes and you are all awoken to the sound of alarms. Bells are clanging, people are shouting. You can hear the cries of women and children, men being called to come to arms, that something is going on, and you're not sure what. But when you go outside to see what is happening, what stands before you is a sight that none of you have seen in all of your adventures. Humanoids, various shapes and sizes, but standing on 2 legs, arms. But these humanoids are standing outside the perimeter of the city. Thousands of them, wrapped in filthy rags, their faces hidden but covered in multiple layers of dirty fabric, wrapped around their heads like cowls, and likewise also just torn, shredded cloth wrapped around their bodies and their arms. They stand very still, not even moving as the breeze kind of drifts past them, and the only thing moving on them are the torn cloth. Completely silent. Yeah.
Mummies?
Not mummies.
Brendan Fraser?
Our mascot.
Oh my gosh, is he gonna come out of the room?
That's right, I forgot.
DCC Day, sponsored by Brendan Fraser. He may or may not be at DCC Day.
He's the raffle.
At Critical.
He's the raffle.
Can we later add into the stream when Oscar says he will not be here?
I said may or may not.
Most likely not.
So at a glance,
Oh, there's a chance.
all right. So at a glance, it seems like maybe 1 in 100 of these humanoids are holding a tall banner aloft, a ragged thing with a single strange symbol, hand drawn but not sloppy. But the rest of them all carry a single weapon, which is a heavy length of heavy chain and a sharp pointed hook on the end. As stated earlier, all they do is stand eerily silent and motionless.
Maybe they're angry fishermen.
So, now, you're not part of the militia, but you can
Good.
see,
Back to bed.
you can, yeah, I mean, but you can see that the army of Estrella are gathering, the local militia. Others are joining them in, and you can see that a lot of the leaders of the militia are starting to gather together. And you can see they're coordinating an attack. And these obviously, whatever these things are, even though that they're not coming towards the city just yet, you can just feel the threatening vibes coming from them. So soon, the town's army is coordinated, and off they go out into the fields of glory. And what you witness, again, is something that you've never seen, as almost in unison, you can see large groupings of these things meet with the town militia, and it's just taking out one by one. The young men, the soldiers, both old and young, are falling before these ragged creatures, and you can see that almost as if by magic, they are coordinating their attacks, and they're taking out large swathes of your towns, of the guards, falling one by one, outflanking them, outmaneuvering them, and even as the day goes long and into the afternoon, some that are known as champions of their city, men and women, dwarves, elves that you've looked up to, that you hope to one day attain their skill, fall before, these ragged monstrosities. That soon, battered and defeated, some of the men start coming back, but hundreds, if not maybe thousands, lie dead in the fields as the thousands of these ragged humanoids stand where they were, motionless and silent, as just a few of them break rank, pull some of their dead in, and light them afire. And then as their fallens begin to burn, they all take formation back around the city, exactly like they did that morning. And everything falls silent. Oops, I lost my shoe. Okay, it is with this that word goes out. Able-bodied people, men, women, elves, dwarves, whoever, that the Baron of Estrella, Featherstone, as he is known, he is a veteran of many wars, but he's also one of the founding warriors who retook this island, that he wants to meet with anyone that would come volunteer their services. And I think that's kind
I'd like
of...
to volunteer.
Okay, and that's where we'll kind of come in. And if you tell me we're going to take off running, then I'm going to put you back on that train.
I was like, that's certain death. I'm not going towards that.
I loot the bodies.
Now, would you consider
Every
us to be
single body.
familiar with these mummy creatures?
No, you have not seen anything like these creatures ever.
Oh, Mary 100% says she's seen them before in their
In
mummies.
fact, I will. There's a very.
But I mean,
Yes.
in our now
Mummies.
interaction of watching them fall, would you say like I'm familiar with these creatures and what they are?
Here's kind of like.
Why?
Because I have monster summoning.
They're not monsters, they're humanoids.
Yeah, they're humanoids. So that's kind of very nice drawing of what they look like with their weapons. So vicious hooks on chains.
Just looks like a bunch of fishermen. Maybe their lands have run dry, and
Mummies.
they have come here
They don't really look like mummies.
fish.
But they still are.
And when our militia went up to them and said, "Get away from our fish," they went like, "No, we need your fish." And thus began the Great Fish War of 1978.
Seems fair.
Okay. So you decide to volunteer. Okay. What about the rest of you? I mean,
Well, I am a lord, so
yes.
I will volunteer my efforts to protect my land.
Okay. And then what about One Eye?
I mean, I'm everybody's lover, so I particularly am going to volunteer.
Well, then you've lost several in battle today.
Yeah, I really need the money.
Wait, what?
It's all in the backstory.
Okay,
I'm
what
a
did I-
prostitute.
what
That's
did
my
I
name.
miss?
Prostitute Mary One-Eye Guzman.
Oh, I told you that meant beggar.
Yeah.
You're on. Okay, whatever. And what about?
She's begging, all right.
She's a prostitute. What happened to her eye?
And
I make them beg, and then I
Have
steal
you
their
seen
money.
the sweetest thing?
and what about Azor? Z. Sorry.
Wherever there's killing.
Okay. All right. So I mean, it's seeing this battle, rage throughout the day. It's obvious that Azor is right. That whatever it is that you might be writing out towards seems like it's certain death, as you've seen people who you grew up with, whose skills who you utilize to train you in who you are, have fallen before these creatures. But so the Baron meets with you. He brings you over to the large house that is the Baron's mansion here, and
That's right.
you see other warriors, wizards, elves, halflings, all gathering outside, and some are brought in, and some time passes as they come back out. And eventually, it gets to you four, in which you are brought in to speak. And so you see it. The Baron is large man, a warrior, battle scarred, black hair with bits of. It's fine. Sorry, messages from my wife. But graying. Is long black hair, but with flecks of gray in it. Large, huge mustache. With going past his chin. And he pretends like he knows who you are, but he doesn't.
I mean, he definitely knows who I am. I've been here before.
True, but he's going to deny that.
That's fine. I wink at him, but I only have one eye, so I'm like just winking.
Blinking.
Yes, perfect. That's awesome.
What is wrong with your eye?
I just lean forward and blink hard.
So you see gathered around him, there's more of the older guard, scarred veterans, very similar to him, and they are pondering over maps, looking at discussing different areas, different strategies, and the Baron kind of stops as you come forward. He says, "Excellent, another set of warriors to assist us with what's going on. So please." Have a seat, and I'm going to go over what it is that we've learned about our current situation here. As you know, we are surrounded by these silent humanoids, but we've seen and witnessed that they have this uncanny ability to work in perfect unison, without even communicating, it seems, as they speak not to each other. They don't even make eye contact, but yet it's almost like they are one.
Like bees.
Right. Oh, good point. Friend
Creona.
yes. A wizard, wise in the ways of arcane magic. But we have an issue. Most of our young warriors, as you saw, have died in this fruitless assault against them. Likewise, we've tried to send people out for help, and we've just witnessed them cut down one by one. And additionally, if you haven't heard yet, which you haven't witnessed, every once in a while a small group of them will break away and corner some unfortunate people within the city, kill them, and then drag their bodies back out. We do not know what they do with them as they disappear back amongst their ranks. But we could use people such as yourselves. Not to send out to die, but maybe to break through, maybe to find a way out of the city. maybe to search through your arcane knowledge, or through, your dwarven ways, or, you, Lord Snoofentoot, yes, how can I forget? Your elvish histories, your knowledge of the past, and the thing you do so well, and his men start laughing.
They all know.
Mary with all the back.
And then you see one of his grizzled warriors grin wide with a toothless smile as he kind of gives you a wink, and he 515.
Yeah. I smile back with my 3 teeth.
But know, whatever you can find and accomplish, that the friendship of my house will be yours. Land if you need it. Land to make your own. Land to rent for others. To bring forth wealth and prestige, or to profit from agricultural growth.
Hey,
Yes.
agricultural growth.
Yeah.
I'm a farmer.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm a costermonger,
Oh,
but I have a bunch of fruit in my bag. So
did you look up what a costermonger was?
no. Oh no.
Yeah, if you're not sure what your occupational background in DCC, definitely look it up.
I feel like it's got something to
Because
do.
usually it's not what it seems. Does anyone know what a gong farmer is?
Someone who farms for those large gongs.
No.
Sounds illegal.
A gong farmer is someone who essentially collects shit.
Wait, who's going farmer?
Like things that are
No.
Are you a
Shit.
going farmer?
crap or no.
Are you a
Shoveling
dog farmer?
shit.
No, I'm a costermonger, which actually means I sell fruit and vegetables. So I was right.
Okay. Yes.
Agriculture.
Yes. So beggar, fruit seller. What's your background?
Apothecarist.
Oh, that's
I'm a drug dealer.
Banana.
you kind
How
of,
is that different than what you are now?
It's not.
And then what is your background, Lord Dingleberry?
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Snoofentoot.
That's
Snoop and Toot.
offensive.
I'm an artisan.
And
An
two.
artisan.
I
Okay.
thought you said an arson.
Snoop and Toot. I want to follow my nose to fruit cereal.
Okay, Toucan Sam.
I know it's Mr. Snoop and Toot. So anyway, so he promises you pretty much your heart's desire. Even
I could use that for my 515.
securing a place in the aristocracy. So he's with this, he slams his hands down and says, "What say you?"
You have my toot.
Okay, excellent.
And her zucchini.
No,
And?
I took the zucchini.
I take out another zucchini.
Excellent. You don't want that one back. And how about you?
And my mug.
Filled with
And
drugs.
my axe.
Spray. All right. So he says, fantastic. He says, you, friend dwarf, there's some rolls of maps over there. Please go over and grab them for me, and we'll see if we can plot out some sort of strategy to see, at least maybe figure out if we can get you out of the city.
But he's short. How
They
can
look
you
a
reach
little
them?
tall.
Do elves like dwarves in DCC?
I'll leave that up to you. But I mean, technically, it's. But a lot of things in DCC tend to be kind of stereotypical, but it's up to you.
So we hate each other.
I honestly hate it. I'm not going to trust you.
That's fine. No one needs to trust a dwarf. Or an apothecary.
That only counts as one.
Drug dealer.
That's me.
So, all right. So, but I mean, it's just they're on the table.
I'm having a great
you're,
time.
You're not little. You're a dwarf. These are more. I don't know.
You're not little. You're just little.
Yeah.
3'6" is tall for your kind.
Does it have height on there? I believe it might.
It does not.
Practically a
How
giant.
about speed?
It has speed, but I think the speed is wrong because according to the book it's 20 and according to this it's 15. So unless I have something else
Armor.
slowing me down.
Armor slows you down too.
And maybe you're short.
just got water all over his books.
And we are demonetized. No, not even monetized to begin with. So you go over, you go and help yourself to the maps, and the rest of his generals start to gather, call you in around the table, and as you grab the maps, all four of you suddenly just see everything go blank as a giant flash of pink envelops your eyesight, and you feel a sudden rush as the world around you spins and turns, and you feel yourself dropping away.
Whee! Oh no, my one good eye.
Okay. So
Still good.
does anyone need to take a bio break? We good? Because this is I kind of got this.
Oh,
Nope.
well, let's
Robert's
take a break
taking enough
anyways.
for us.
What's that?
Let's take a little break anyways,
Okay.
and then we'll come back in a
Okay.
little bit.
Just be back in about like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yes, a little
Okay.
bit.
Fantastic.
Why do you want to take a break?
Just kind Okay. All right, we are back, and so our 4 heroes here were just accepted a proposal from the Baron of their town in regards to these group of silent men wrapped in raggedy cloths, when suddenly the entire world went flash in a bright pinkish light. So you felt like you were floating for some time in space. No sensation, just this brilliant pink light surrounding you. When suddenly the pink light fades, your ears pop, and the air feels very different. Smoky and dusty, and somehow thick in your lungs. You look at your hands, and when you move them, they leave a trail of pink light in their wake that fades after a few seconds.
Been drugged.
Oh yeah, it's cool. So, but
Techno music.
I
But
haven't even been sampling my wares today.
exactly. Even more cool though, as you kind of focus in on where you're at, you look around you and you are in an opulent place, different than what you just left, lit by bright candles and wall sconces, surrounded by rich furnishings and fine rugs. The walls themselves are covered in eye-catching items, trophy weapons, strange objects of art, a huge gong covered in magical symbols, and the head of some great beast. Off to your right is a staircase going down. Behind you is a luxurious living chamber with a 4-poster bed and an intricately carved armoire. Ahead of you is an archway beyond which is an outdoor space. There in front of you, as notated on the map, is, let's see,
A balcony.
is a group of humanoids, beastmen, likes of which you've never seen before, each bristling with weapons. There's a balcony beyond them with a 3-foot barrier wall, and you see 2 grappling hooks braced against the wall's edge. Standing to your side is a white-haired human in fringed green robes. He holds an item over his head, a length of shaped wood carved with magical symbols that is hung with feathers and other adornments. You look at your companions, they too are trailing pink light as they kind of move their heads to see what's going on. And you hear a voice in your head. Defend me and my tower from these creatures. Do not let them harm any of my possessions. And as this voice echoes in your head, each one of you feel compelled to follow his orders.
Is this the guy in white?
The guy in white, yes.
So he is clearly not with the guys with the hooks.
No. Or these creatures. So these savage beastmen, just so you know, they're about 6 feet tall. Bestial faces, white fur, very broad shoulders, and a kind of a stooped appearance. They are covered with dirt all over their bodies, and piecemeal armor, just kind of all over, just bits and pieces of them for protection. And they carry a variety of weapons. Looks to be like a large handmade machete type weapon, 2 daggers stashed in their belts, and 4 javelins lining their backs in a carrying case. Likewise, there is one of their creatures stands out from them. He seems to be taller, and he is not covered in mud like the rest, but this one is covered in violet tattoos and ritual scarification all over his face and body.
Sounds familiar.
So, as mentioned, you feel compelled to then attack these creatures as this voice echoes in your head.
I, Lord Snoofentoot, will aid you as Lord of Estrella.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to enter into combat. So we are going to roll for initiative. So everyone finally get out a d20, and then there should be on your sheet an initiative bonus. You'll add that initiative bonus to it.
17.
14.
Okay, one at a time, class.
We did actually one at a time.
So 17, Darren,
Yes.
and who had 16? Okay, and Chelsea
14.
and Robert.
He's
4.
patiently doing this one.
4. Okay.
Typical dwarf. Stays in the back. Like Mary's occupants.
Oh my.
What?
My occupants do like it in the back. Is that what you said?
It smells disgusting.
That's an extra 50 gold pieces.
Wow, that's a lot.
Wow, that's more gold pieces than I have.
Never met me.
Wait, just kidding.
Yeah.
How much gold do you have?
I don't even know what the gold slot is.
There. I want to know if like 1,013, 17 gold pieces is a lot. Or if it's like relative. I know I said that in a really weird way.
I have over 2,000 gold pieces.
Let me try again. 1,317.
1,013, 17.
Okay, so once an initiative is established,
I didn't sleep last night.
this is going to be very similar to any
Sleep
other
like I'm
RPG we've played. So they rolled a 18 for the group, and then their leader, the one who's standing out with the ritual scarification tattoos, rolled a 21.
Ew.
So he is going to shout in a undiscernible language as he rushes towards Lord Snoofentoot.
Hiya! I
Okay.
hold up my shield.
All right. So here we go.
How do you
And
know it's an undecipherable language? You don't know what languages we know.
what languages do you know?
I have comprehend language.
That's a spell, though. You need to cast it.
I have
Is
common,
that what you're going to do for your
thieves'
action?
cant,
I
and
don't know.
undecipherable.
He's running out my
Do we
face.
have spell slots in here, or we can use
No.
them?
Okay. Good question. So magic in DCC is not done with spell slots like Dungeons and Dragons.
It's just the dice roll.
It's your spells, and then but the thing is, you can keep reusing it until you actually fumble your spell. After which you can't use it again for 24 hours.
And a fumble
or
would be a 1.
Exactly. You know, it'll notate on the spell sheet what happens. So when we get to spells, you will roll for how it looks when you cast it, and then we can also use the mercurial magic table. So we'll go over that once we do our first
That's
spell.
my favorite thing is how it looks about this game.
Oh yeah.
It's great. It's like different. every
No
single
spell
time.
is
cool.
the same. So, but this warrior is rushing towards Lord Snoofentoot. So he is going to roll. So that is going to be. That's going to be a 12.
It's a miss.
Miss. Okay. And let's see here. Okay. Great. And nothing extra with that. So yes, so he brings down a worn short sword against you. And do you have a shield?
shield.
Okay. But you bring your shield up to block his attack. So we're going to move on now to the group. So as they're in a half circle and they're all eyes are on you, and a few of them rush forward, but 2 break away and start heading towards the stairs. As they do, you hear another shout in your mind coming obviously from this white-haired man, follow them, stop them, defend my possessions, as the others attack. So
Are the stairs just out in the open, or are they in some sort of doorway?
you'll see the map right there. So they're to the right going down.
Okay.
It may be hard for you to see from this angle, but yeah. So they're heading down that way. So I'm not going to use any sort of markers for them. So, but the two nearest the stairs right there, we're just going to say are going to go down. So that's going to leave 9 remaining.
Did they get down the stairs?
9?
Can I respond?
We're gonna die.
What's
Did they
that?
make it down the stairs, or can I respond?
When it's your turn. So
Okay.
they're breaking away and heading towards the stairs.
Okay.
Okay. So here we go. Now, in this instance, when we're dealing with this many characters, you can roll them individually, or we roll them as a group. So with this many, we're just going to go ahead and do a single roll. But if they succeed, then we can determine who they succeed against throughout the group. Okay.
Okay.
So what's your AC?
14.
What is your AC?
17.
Yours was
16.
And what is yours?
10.
10.
Stupid.
So here's what I'm going to do to save the issue. We're going to use the highest AC for this instance to move combat along.
Ah.
Okay, so essentially it's safe to assume you're protecting your wizard, and so whoever's in the front is going to be taking the brunt of it. So let's see here. Do they have a D die? No, they do not. Okay.
What if we just
Yes.
4.
What if we just
Okay.
killed the white hair guy?
Kill him?
I don't really know who he is. What if we just slash his throat?
So I'm going to say that they they didn't attack you, but they're closing in, right? And they're kind of creating a wall for the other two that are moving down the stairs. Okay. So next up, then we have Snoofentoot. So Snoofentoot, you're engaged with this one fierce-looking warrior, but you can also decide to try to attack one of the other ones. One of these other raiders.
I'm
if you'd like.
engaged. Do I have to roll to disengage? Would I give him an attack of opportunity? Am I thinking too much like D&D?
No, in fact,
Did he
that's
even give him a ring?
what's that? Yes.
Like, how did they get engaged?
What was the story?
Well, many years ago in the land of Tutankhamun, there was a boy named Snoofentoot. So, anyways, are you going to attack the scarred warrior, or are you going to try to attack one of the other raiders?
Well,
He dared attack Lord Snoofentoot.
yeah, Lord Snoofentoot's going to toot his snoof.
Do it.
I attack back.
Okay, so are you going to? So you're going to attack or cast a spell, or what are you going to do? What are your spells? And I can, if you're not sure about any of them, I can kind of.
They all seem like defensive.
Okay.
I mean, I looked at Patron Bond, would have been very cool, but it takes a week to cast,
Correct.
so I didn't have time to do that.
We can retcon it. You did it a week ago.
Invoke Patron, I don't think I can
Yeah.
do right now either. Comprehend languages, like Waste War, now I can do Magic Shield, I can do Sleep, Ward Portal, or Invisibility.
Okay. Or you can attack.
Or I can what?
Or you can attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
Um,
sleep a lot of them or just one?
I don't know. Hold on, look.
Oh, it
Yeah, I have sleep
depends
also.
on how well you roll.
See this picture.
Because if you could sleep them all, that'd
So
be rad.
do you prefer us to not see
You
what it
want
does
to
until we
D&D
roll?
sleep
Oh no,
effects
you can see what it
cost-
does, but it's the die roll is going to
D&D
determine
sleep
what it does.
affects
Always.
everybody in the area.
Yeah.
So
Like
page
that's
155.
Yeah, I'm going. I wrote them on down right here. So
Okay.
Cheat sheet in my way in here.
Did you get it?
No,
Too excited for me.
it's going towards you.
I'm gonna cast Sleep.
Okay. So when you're casting a spell,
Uh-huh.
it's a D20
Okay, wrong dice.
plus your level, which is level 3.
Okay.
And do you have any intelligence bonuses?
I do not.
Okay.
So I get a +3 to my roll,
Mhm.
and I guess that's it. Okay. Wow. The chart goes up to like 27.
Right. Now remember, you can spell burn,
Meaning, again?
meaning that you can take away from one of your ability scores to add to it. You cannot use luck on a spell roll.
At what point do I start getting negative modifiers on my skill or my abilities? Or traits or...
It's when it gets to be about 8.
Okay.
I think. Okay, so first off, let's do it. Let's do this at least for this spell. So sleep is 155.
Yes.
Okay, so what we're going to want to do is let's see how it manifests first.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to roll a d4.
So I have to manifest it. So I roll this to see how it manifests before I actually cast the spell.
A d4, yeah.
1. A ray of shimmering dust.
Right. So a ray of shimmering dust is going to shoot out from you and over your attacker or attackers.
Okay.
Okay.
I roll.
Now here's an option for you, just real quick. So there's also what's called mercurial magic. Okay. This makes your spell your own. It's kind of optional. You don't have to do it, but a magic rite invoked by one mage may be more powerful, even different, than the same ritual exercised by a peer. Let's see here. Learns a new spell. He rolls. Okay, so go ahead and roll for me a D 100. Okay.
I have one in the car.
You do?
Okay, got it. 80.
80. Okay.
Feeling saucy
And
about
adjusted
that
by
one.
your luck modifier. Do you have a luck modifier?
Nope.
Nope. So 80. Here we go.
What chart are you looking at?
Mercurial magic. So when you cast the spell, not only does it manifest as
A ray of shimmering dust.
yep, a dimensional schism occurs.
Schism.
So when you cast a spell, you hurl yourself into the warp of multiple realities. 1d7 plus 1 duplicates of the caster appear identical in nearly every respect, but each drawn from its own parallel universe. Attacks against the caster are randomly assigned across the doppelgangers.
Cool.
The doppelgangers remain for 1 round per spell level. There is a 1% chance per spell level that the original caster vanishes into one of the alternate realities, replaced by an identical incarnation of opposite alignment and patron. So,
That's cool.
Whoa.
so this is technically this is optional, because this really kind of complicates magic a bit, because I mean, it's already a bit complicated itself, but this adds extra flair and flavor to the magic. I'm not saying you have to do this, but this would be something that if we wanted to have mercurial magic, that it gives extra aspects to your spell. Some good.
Do we
some
want to
bad.
do it?
So
Yes. Sounds like fun.
okay, so
Shall we do it then?
DCC.
Yeah, let's
Yes.
do
Okay.
all the DCC stuff so everyone
So-
gets an idea of what DCC is all about.
so next to your spell, just put down like MM80, so we know what it does every time.
I'm an MM80.
Right. So that's your mercurial magic.
Wow,
table.
so that's every time he does a spell?
Yep.
I
I
was
just
tired.
turn into like
So,
Doctor Strange.
Roll me a
Yeah.
1d7.
1d7. That's not.
Do we all get this for our spells?
What's that?
Do we all get this?
Roll
for
a
our spells?
5.
5. So
There's 6 more of them.
there's 6 doppelgangers appear, all from separate realities. So
Smells like
essentially,
badass.
we have 6 additional targets that can be targeted when they attack.
Tight.
So now, after this is all said and done, now that we've determined the mercurial magic, how it manifests, then we roll your spell. What'd you roll?
Oh, I get a bonus. I get a level. I get a plus 3 bonus. You said.
Yes.
So then it would be a 14.
Mhm.
Woo, up to 2 targets within range must save or fall asleep for 1d6 turns.
Okay.
So I have 1 target that's within range. You said the other one's approached.
Yep.
So are the ones running away too far away?
No.
I'm gonna try and get one of them and the one right in front of me.
Okay. Fantastic. So they have to save.
You have to save.
Okay. Here we go.
What does it mean by base spell? Oh, never mind. That's my point. Okay.
And what's your spell say? Should be on
My spell save. Where's the save that?
should be on your sheet.
There's a reflex, fort, and will save.
Try under abilities.
Under abilities.
Help
No.
abilities, no.
Does it say in the thing what the save
I'm
is?
checking just a second.
Save is will versus spell check DC.
What's that?
Will versus spell check DC.
Okay.
So you have to do a will roll like this?
Yep. And what
Versus
was your
the roll
spell?
that was 14?
14. What was your total? 14.
Spell check, yeah.
Okay.
So.
There we go. Okay. So will and all right and so the scarred and ravaged warrior, his eyes begin to get droopy, and you see him just kind of collapse onto himself on the ground. And as they are, you see as he falls, you can see another one kind of fall forward and start tumbling down the stairs. As the one heading down the stairs pauses in shock and surprise as he sees his companion just tumble forward, sound asleep. Down
As
the
the one
steps.
engaged with me falls,
Yep.
I sniff him and I whisper, "It smells like failure."
Good one.
All right. Get a point of luck for that.
Yeah.
You can just add it up to the top, or
I know, but it only puts me at 10 still, which is nothing. No modifier still.
Okay. So next up we have Creona.
Okay, so question.
Yes.
Before I act.
Mhm.
If I want to cast monster summoning, it says I can summon a monster I'm familiar with.
Yep.
Is that talking about me as Haley or my
It's
character? And how do I know what she's familiar with?
with your character.
We just got here.
Well, first off, what languages do you know?
I know common, bugbear, and harpy.
There would
A
be
harpy sounds like I don't know what a bugbear is.
Ooh, bugbears are.
They're a bear that's a bug in a bear.
You don't know what
Vicious.
a bugbear is.
They're kind of like
What kind of D&D
They're
player are
hairy,
you?
hairy
A druid.
orcs.
So it seems like
Hairy orcs,
They're cute.
kind of.
hairy
Cute.
orcs.
No, orcs.
Orcs. Oh.
I'll show you.
What bugbear are you looking at?
I'll show you.
I just pulled up the same thing. Let's
So,
show our viewers. because
monster
maybe they,
summoning.
like me, also don't know.
184. Okay, so let me look this up.
Looks like a hairy version of the Urukai.
See?
Oh, that one is cute.
Wow.
This one is not.
He's in the Adventure Zone. I think they're cute because of the Adventure Zone. That's
Yours
why.
looks like a teddy bear version of a bear bug.
What about a harpy? That's a monster, right?
Yep.
Bug.
Harpies are kind of
That's just the bug.
flying female type bird monsters.
Yeah, you killed harpies.
Yeah, haven't you ever played WoW? We fight the harpies all the time in WoW.
Free
I
sponsoring
have
from
played
Blizzard.
the WoW.
Okay.
Don't eat your wares.
So, I believe bugbears are in here. So let me go ahead and pull them up. And we'll check out harpies too, just in case. But, yeah. Okay, so bugbears are kind of share ancestry with goblins. They stand 8 feet tall, but is somewhat pudgy and soft looking. Its uninspiring appearance belies 500 pounds of mass. However, and the strength that goes with the mass is impressive. They're not overly intelligent, but they can be vicious. And harpies, harpies, right?
Harpies.
They're not ice pirates. Harpies.
I'm gonna go with the bugbear. I'm gonna summon a bugbear.
Okay.
We're in attempt to summon the bugbear.
Okay.
I'm going to summon a bugbear.
So,
I'm manifesting it into this one.
all right. So monster summoning is on page
184.
184. Yep.
So
So
it takes one turn or less to do. Manifestation 1d4.
Yep. So yes, how will it manifest?
Ooh, it's going to. An egg shimmers into existence, hatches into a bugbear.
Excellent. And then you want to do let's
What
do
about
Feel like a
corruption?
Pokeball.
what's that?
What's corruption?
Corruption you deal with if you fail the spell.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So we won't worry about that
Okay,
now.
so now I'm
Change the
doing
manifestation.
Are we doing her
a.
magic type
Like,
too?
Not an egg. She rolls. Bugbear, I choose you. Throws a Pokeball at her. Rolls
Is she
out.
rolling for her
How do I
magic?
roll for the bugbear?
So what happens is it determines on, it comes out depending on your spell.
Does she need to roll for that magic type thing, or is that just me?
Yes, no, she can roll for the Mercurial Magic
You
too.
want to roll for your material magic?
Yes, so D100, and do you have any luck bonuses?
No.
No, okay, so what'd you roll?
I rolled a 40.
A 40, okay.
That's better than an 80.
So 40.
By half. I know math.
Alright, here we go. So
Kind of.
when you cast the spell, you become very ravenous. So ravenously hungry after the spell that you become cranky. So, and you suffer a -2 penalty to your personality until you eat.
I take a zucchini out of my pocket and eat it.
Fantastic.
This is too real.
After we're done with the spell. So yes. So
That's right here.
for
I've
the
got fruit in there.
yes. So put down MM40 next to your spell on your sheet.
So it's just for monster summoning that I get ravenous.
Correct.
So my other spells.
You get hangry.
Sounds like my real life.
Okay, so now you roll your d20. Okay. And then plus your level, plus any intelligence bonus.
Okay, level 3, right?
So that's plus 3.
Intelligence. Cool.
Plus 1.
1.
Okay.
So that's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
17. Okay.
Okay, so I summon 1 HD monsters
Mhm.
or 2 HD monster.
Two.
1 2 HD monster.
Okay.
HD hit dice, right?
Yep.
What is the hit dice monster?
I will get that for you.
Okay. The monsters remain for up to 1 hour as long as they remain in the pentacle. I cast a pentacle. Though they hunger, thirst, and rest as normal, they obey the caster's commands within normal bounds. Suicidal commands or those contrary to its nature have a 50% chance of releasing the monster from service. If the pentacle is broken or service is otherwise ended, the monsters return to whence they came. Due to the nature of the summoning, the caster cannot directly harm a creature he summons.
Alright. So rather than go through it, because normal bugbears are 4 hit dice. But rather than go through and try to find single hit dice, we're just going to, you tell me, do you want to create 2 bugbears with 1 hit dice apiece or a bugbear with 2 hit dice?
2 bugbears, please.
Okay, fantastic. So everything else about them will be the same, but they're just going to have,
They're
what's
bug
it?
teddy bears.
Yes, exactly.
Can we talk about my pentacle because it doesn't say like the size of my
Smaller than a
pentacle.
tentacle.
Your pentacle, what do you mean?
Cups.
What did I miss?
So the caster must spend half the time casting drawing a pentacle. Drawing pentacle?
Of her action.
Oh,
What does
okay.
that mean?
The monsters remain for as long as they remain in the pentacle. Casting time.
Is
Oh.
that like one of those?
Okay, so
like,
read up,
pentacle?
yeah, up at the top. The caster must spend half the casting time drawing a pentacle, then the remaining casting time conjuring monster spirits. At the end of the turn, the caster summons forth the monster. He must be familiar with it from his plane of existence, must have some material remnant of the monster to expend the spell,
Oh shit.
which you have some bugbear fur. So we'll retcon that. So your pentacle is just, it is what you're drawing on the ground to conjure it. And then, thus the egg comes from it, and so on and so forth. So if the pentacle is broken or service is otherwise ended, the monsters return from whence they came. So, have a 50% chance of releasing the monster from service. We'll deal with that later. Okay, great. So, yes. So 2,
But they're stuck inside the pentacle?
no, they can leave.
Okay.
Yeah, it's you are the one who wants to keep that pentacle safe. So with the normal balance, suicide commands or those contrary to its nature, have a chance of releasing the monster.
It does say the monsters remain for up to 1 hour as long as they remain in the pentacle.
As long as they remain in the pentacle, they
Yeah.
hunger, thirst,
It's a tiny pentacle. Just keep it there.
Keep it
Caster's
protected.
commands.
A little bug
Yeah, that
bear.
seems
Little
kind of
bug teddy bears are
problematic.
like,
Yeah.
Told you they were cute.
Like, can my pentacle be the whole room?
as
Did
long
I
as
like
they
speedy
remain in
quick run around the room?
long turn.
Okay, so they can stay up for 1 hour as long as they remain in the pentacle. They obey the caster's commands. So that's something I'll look into. Don't worry about that. But they are going to be able to move and do what they need to do. Okay. All right. So you from these eggs catch hatch these cute little bugbear creatures of 1 hit dice apiece, and they what's that?
Bug cubs.
You know what?
Bug cubs. Yes.
You know, I'm gonna say, like, to be true to the thing, I just read like the next tier up.
Mm-hmm.
If I had rolled like 20 to 21,
Mhm.
they'd be able to leave the pentacle.
Okay.
But I think mine are stuck here.
Great.
So perhaps they are making a barrier between me and.
Fantastic.
the
So
enemies.
they're protecting you. So if something attacks you, they will take the damage.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. So everyone's got helpers. Okay. So coming up next, we have Mary, One-Eye Guzman.
So there's still one dude going down the stairs, right?
Correct.
Can I either sneak silently or hide in shadows and go follow them down the stairs?
No, because
Why?
because you were in the center of a giant room surrounded by people.
But I'm a rogue, and there's
You're a thief.
I'm a thief, and there's like 50 of him. That's very distracting.
True, but look at the room.
It's very distracting.
But look at the room.
I could hide behind the finery.
What you can do though is if you want to break into a run, you can reach this one and maybe try to backstab.
Yes, I do want to do that.
Okay?
But I don't want any of them to touch me.
They won't because there's only
Because
there's
it's
one.
not their turn.
All right. So,
Okay, I go do that.
No.
I go try to stab him.
okay. So, backstab.
I jump over the. Is that a banister or is it just like floor and turns into stairs?
It's just floor and turns in the
Well, then I
stairs.
jump. I jump at him.
Right,
With
so
my
he's-
one eye.
Yeah, so he's
Like a howler monkey.
and he's distracted because he's stopped to see his sleeping friend who collapsed and is rolling down the stairs.
And I stab him with my short sword.
Okay, so when attacking a victim from behind or otherwise unaware, the thief receives the indicated attack bonus to their attack. In addition, if you hit, the thief automatically achieves a critical hit, rolling on the crit table per your level.
Wow.
Okay, so yeah, so you rush forward, and what are you attacking with?
My short sword.
Okay, so go ahead, give me a roll, and
Okay. I add the +2 for backstab. Do I
Yep.
add the +2 for melee attack?
Yes.
So it's +4.
Yep.
Do I add the +2 for short sword melee? Or is that the same as melee attack?
That's the same. Yeah.
Fine. 19.
That's a hit.
Woo.
Okay. So now what we get to do? What is your crit table?
Oh, 11.
11. Where does it say?
Right here.
Okay, so that's crit table 2,
Oh, I lied too.
and your crit die is a 1d14.
Uh-huh.
So
I don't know which one of these is a 4. Is this a 14? Nope, that's got a 16 on it. Are
How did you
you?
get a crit?
Because when
Roll
I
20.
backstab, I automatically get a crit.
Yeah. If she succeeds in the backstab, it's automatically a crit. Okay, so do you have a d14? If not, I can.
I
provide
do
it.
have a D4. I think this is a 14. 14 is the highest thing I see on it. So.
Yep. So go ahead and roll your 14. D14.
Aww! Are you kidding? It's a
Okay.
2.
Okay.
What do I have to pay to re-roll that?
Oh, you don't have to, because I think you'll like
A
this.
crit is still a crit.
So you will slash. You will come back behind and try to backstab him, and what you will do is you will slash at their head, removing his ear. You will inflict an additional 1d6 damage, and with this strike, leaving them with a nasty scar and a missing ear.
I keep the ear.
Fantastic. So
Great.
go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. So my damage on here is 1d6 plus another 1d6?
Correct.
4, 6, 10.
6 total?
It's 10 total.
10 total. Okay.
Okay, I get it. I thought the crit table meant I added 2 to the bonus, not.
No, it doesn't.
That's much better then.
Oh, and what's your... Okay. So melee, so +2. Okay, great. All right, so he screams in pain as he suddenly comes to and turns towards you holding his ear.
I lick his other ear.
Oh boy. Okay. Take a point of luck for that, just for the hell of it. So, we now come to spot.
Whoops,
Damn it.
no.
I should close my book. Shit. Here we go. We come to Azor, the dwarf.
Asshole.
Battle hardy and battle ready.
I'll do it.
So,
So I have a sleeping guy. Like the leader is asleep.
correct.
Don't wake.
But I was just smash him in the head.
Okay. So,
Attack of opportunity.
so that will just kill him. Yep. So you rush forward, and I mean, okay. So he died.
Just like that, huh?
But I think what I'll do is just for the sake of the game, there will be one near them that you will be able to attack, so we can see how a
How
warrior.
attacking works.
Yes.
Okay. So as I swing through like a golf club and
Yeah.
smash through his face,
Okay.
and I knock his head off of him, and
Right.
that goes into the next guy behind it.
Okay.
That's what does the damage.
Fantastic. so
That's my mighty deed.
your mighty deed. Okay, so the mighty deed. So when you roll your mighty deed, anything is it, 3 or higher? No, 3. Yeah, 3 or higher means your mighty deed succeeds.
Okay.
So you roll.
So I roll my dice for
Yep.
my attack, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
because I'm a dwarf, I have a extra D5 on the attack roll,
Correct.
plus my strength modifier, right?
For warriors, the strength modifier just does damage.
Because
For-
I'm on my weapons section over here, it says D5 plus 1.
Okay.
And then in damage, it says what the damage is.
Yes. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So 22.
Okay, so you got a 2, right?
No, I got 17 plus a 4 plus a 1.
Okay, so your mighty deed succeeds. Okay, so also that's the plus damage. So it's 4, and then so
It says the damage is a D6 plus 1 plus the deed.
right, exactly. So roll your d6 then.
5.
5, so that's 9, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Plus 1, so 10.
Yep. And do you want the head to do anything special when it strikes him?
Burst into like just the skull just crashes through it. Just
Blind
obliterates
him, knock him over.
Shards of skull embed in
Takes
his
out his
eyes so
testicle.
he can't see.
Fantastic. So he will. This one will lose an attack, and I will. When I make their attack roll, I'm going to do it with a negative modifier to their roll. So
Sounds
yeah, so
great.
he just screams. He drops.
And the blood is just oozing in his mouth, which is just disgusting.
Yes, and you
He's
hear.
drinking the blood of his.
You hear something that almost sounds kind of like common as
He's into-
no, not slant.
It tastes yummy.
All right, so
Sorry.
their turn now. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a couple separate rolls then because the one that you backstabbed didn't die. So we're
Rude.
gonna, he's going to turn and attack you. So I'm going to roll for you. All right. So I assume an 18 beats your armor class.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. And let's see here. He is attacking with a vicious machete. Here we go.
Sharon was gonna do it again.
So no, I'm going to say he dropped his machete in pain, but he pulled forth a dagger.
Did you change your mind because the machete damage was too high?
No, I just figured because he was holding his ear that he caught. I'm just the sheer
I'm still on his back, so.
right. And wouldn't you drop your machete if someone cut your ear off?
I don't think it was the cutting. I think it was the licking of the other ear that probably made him.
Not about that.
You dango him.
So in shock, but some almost weird look on his face, like
Yeah.
But he comes to, but he brings forth a dagger and just wildly kind of grazes you for 2 points of damage.
It's weird because both sides of his head got wet. One with blood, one with saliva.
So the others are going to attack as a group.
You should have said something along the lines of this is the worst thing in case.
And that's going to be a +2, so 17.
Don't worry, I'm gonna tell
Who has the highest AC? 17? Okay, so no. So they it's 17, right? They rolled a 17. That's what I'm asking.
So is it tie goes to defender in this game?
Yes. Yep. So the utter confusion of what's going on, the numerous amounts of, snoofantoots that have appeared. 5 of you?
6.
6. The sudden, 2 short but burly, almost dwarven-sized bugbears have appeared out of eggs from the ground, and a thief cutting the ear off one of these creatures and licking the other, leaving him in utter confusion. It seems like they've never encountered this kind of
And
odd.
the head of their leader being
And they're that's right.
stricken from his
And Bob
body.
Hope over here, knocking the leader's head into one of the others who's just covered in his blood and the leader's blood.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I do think that it's fair to say that they've never encountered it. I think that's a fair
assessment.
So, all right,
What he may have had.
top of the round. So we've got Snoofantooth.
So she went after the one going down the stairs.
And the
Correct.
other one's asleep.
How many are in here?
Let's see here. So there's currently there's 11 of the raiders and the one warrior originally. So he's gone.
So,
Warrior's dead.
One's asleep.
Warrior's dead, one's asleep, one is missing an ear, the other one has a skull smashed into his face.
Sorry, I had to roll.
So technically there's 8 left.
The other guy's asleep for 4 turns.
Where are they
Okay.
in proximity to me and
Wait,
the
isn't he
bugbears?
dead now?
No, you
Oh,
took
this
2 of
guy?
them. Yeah.
I was
Sorry?
like, he's
Where are they
asleep
in
forever,
proximity to me and the
honey.
Keep in
bugbears?
mind.
They're surrounding you.
Just
That's
keep in
it.
mind, yeah.
So they're
turns.
essentially
He hit him,
you're
no, he hit him
here.
when he was
The
asleep,
bugbears
but
are kind of
guys
like in
keep
front
going.
of you,
And then the guys are all around us.
kind of in a half circle.
Tell me more out there.
So I mean, it's to the point where if they were moving, you can maneuver around the bugbears, keeping them.
I'll
in
be
front
able
of
to
you.
get both of these though, because
Yeah.
I think it's pretty easy to backstab
Okay.
a sneaky dude.
I
Once I kill this guy.
guess I will. Well, since Aswar's up here with me,
Azor.
I will.
Azor, that's right.
It's like even when you tried to correct it, it was wrong.
I will take my longbow and attempt to shoot one that's further away.
Okay. Let's see here.
I'll let you handle the melee.
Does that mean that all of you? Oh no, that's a spell.
So to
Oh, if you don't cast another spell, your guys go away.
equip a new weapon is an action though.
Yeah, your guys only last for 1 turn, right?
What's that?
His
Oh, no.
guys.
No, he
Oh.
I
he
put them to
rolled.
sleep, and I rolled their first sleep for 4 turns. So the other guys.
No, I meant your
multi-
doppelgangers. They only last for 1 turn unless you do another spell, because every time you do a spell, you get doppelgangers, right?
Hold on. Let's see. That was what?
Colin, how long did the doppelgangers last for?
Let me get that for you.
Let me get that for you.
Forever.
Okay. The combat in this game is really fun. I like the flavor stuff. It's cool.
What was your number again, Darren? It was
80.
80? Okay. 80.
And that's what it is every time, right?
Yeah, every time we can spell. We don't know how long they last for.
Is it every time you cast that spell or any spell?
1 round per spell level.
Okay.
3 rounds. So every 4th round, I can cast it again and they pop
Well,
up.
no, sleep is spell level 1, right?
Yeah.
So it's only 1 round.
Can't I just use my level 3 spot and make it stronger?
But
Do
I
you
will.
even have spell slots?
They will disappear at the end of this round.
Okay. That's fine. I will shoot still.
But
Do they
we
all
also need to roll to see if your doppelganger remains and you go back to the dimension.
Ooh.
There is a 1% chance.
But that happens at the end, right?
Once they go poof, yeah, we will roll a d100.
Okay. Alright, so, so I shoot.
Well, wait, hold on.
Okay, I don't shoot.
Now, so you have, is this a weapon that you...
Yeah, I have a staff melee, a spear melee, and a longbow.
Okay. Technically within the game, in
Choose one.
order to draw a weapon, it takes a round.
Oh,
But
never mind.
But we're going to move this along a little bit though. So
I'll use the spear then. That's fine. That's
Okay.
melee.
So, yep, go ahead.
Because I'm already gonna have that because I might have.
So, and you can throw the spear too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess I'll. I mean, it's a spear melee. Can I throw it? Like, how do I change the? Is it
You
same
can
thing?
throw
Just
anything.
roll an add missile.
Oh, cool. Then I will attack.
Okay, so you're going to throw it or jab it?
I'll throw it at someone.
Okay, go ahead.
Roll a d20, right?
Yep.
That is a 16 plus 2.
Okay, that's going to hit.
1d8 of damage.
Now, are you, before you roll, are you just going to, one of the ones that are still standing, there's one who's got leader pie in his face.
I'm going to... well, that was... Oh, no, yeah.
He's still upright.
Yeah. I can take
Okay.
it behind the face. 2 damage.
Okay, that's going to kill him.
Oh, these guys are weak as shit.
So yeah, so not even seeing it coming.
What if like this was the funnel?
Bazinga.
We're monsters.
Oh yeah, the monsters are the 0 levels, and you're the ones
monsters all along.
We were the monsters all along. Yes.
Plot twist.
Wait. What you need to say to yourself, do any one of them have any livestock? If they
That is
do, they are the funnel.
Hey,
Yes.
none of us have any livestock.
The funnel cast. This one has a jar of cheese when I looted it.
I have cheese dip.
Do you really?
Is
Yeah.
that your thing?
Is this cheese dip?
Yeah, cheese dip and a lantern, which I'm gonna say is one of those cool lanterns.
Right. And by the way, within the
You
game,
should fry up some of this zucchini.
the whole Gonzo aspect of the game is also to improvise the stuff that you have. So if you want to do something special off the wall, throw it out there, and all we can do is just say, I can just determine the role for it.
That's literally the cheese dip is why I picked this one, because my other one is better in every way.
Right.
But it doesn't have
doesn't-
cheese
But it
dip.
doesn't have cheese dip.
Oh,
All right.
son went wild. with the
So
cheese
yeah,
dip.
so you just hear his breath kind of leave his body as he doesn't even see the spear coming towards him as he collapses to the ground. All right, so next up we have
Smells like
Fiona.
death in here.
With 8 copper and
I would like to try to lure some
I
of
have
the
2,000 gold.
people
I do have-
closer
I have
into my
tools.
bugbears.
Give me a personality roll.
You're gonna convince them. Listen,
Come on, guys.
I know that we just killed 2 of you.
I have
but-
some nice
my other
juicy
character has a
apples.
set of
You can also
This is
insult them too.
Oh, really?
A side of beef.
Okay.
Like a whole
Personality.
side of
It's
beef?
a D20.
Yep. And what's your personality? Do you have any
negative
bonuses?
one. I have a negative.
Ooh, wow, not good.
I have no
What do
personality.
you mean?
A D20.
That one.
Okay, so add your negative modifier to your personality roll.
Use a luck.
Did you get
Use
Critical
Lux.
fail.
Use Lux.
I
What's
got
your
one.
modifier? It's a
I got
0.
one. Yep.
What happens when you roll a 0?
But she's doing a personality roll. I don't think there's any.
Oh, yes, there
Like,
is.
They bite
hey,
your face off.
You big, ugly.
Go ahead and what's your fumbled die?
You
What-
didn't
what was
insult
she
them.
trying to
Instead, they
accomplish?
fell in love
That was
with you.
located.
Yeah, sounds like
D4.
it.
Oof.
Was it
D4.
a D4? Okay, go and roll me a D4. Let's see if we can. come up
Sounds
with
like you're
something
gonna have
here.
some new admirers.
1.
One.
You die.
Okay, so
So bad you die.
So while trying to piss off the people, you somehow
I'd
came
like to
up
burn
with
some
one
luck.
of their mating rituals and they have fallen in love with you.
Oh dear.
you can burn
I direct
luck,
them to
but
marry.
you still have to take the fumble.
Nah.
But so, anyways,
Take the
so your
fumble.
incompetent try to get their attention to rush towards you causes not only them to start laughing, but your bugbear guards start laughing
Oh, that's
too.
sad.
So, but otherwise causes no damage or injury to you, other than your ego.
Bugbears. I summoned you into existence.
Now, I want to
I
say,
can take you
I
out.
want to say the bugbears are close enough that they could strike out at these at 2 of them if you
Okay.
like. So,
yeah.
but you still can cast your spell. Shouting insults does not count as a full action,
Cool.
or whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Unless you're a
So
bard.
my bugbears, do they kind of act independently, or is me telling them to attack?
You
my
can tell them
action?
to attack. Yes.
That's my action.
No.
Or I tell them to attack, and then I also fire off a
You
magic
can
missile.
you can tell them to defend you,
Okay.
and then they will strike out at whoever's in front of them, and then you can still cast something.
They're too busy laughing at you.
I know.
But yeah, since they're laughing at you, they will strike at a -1.
Okay. So I order them to attack.
Okay, so roll me a d20. And -1 to it.
Ooh.
What did you get?
17.
17. Okay. So that's going to hit 2 of them. And let's see here. Le Bugbear.
Le Bear.
Yeah, French. Not a chimera. Not a cockatrice. Here we go.
44.
Go ahead and roll me a 1d6 for damage.
4.
Nice.
Okay. So, are they going to attack one apiece, or are they going to attack one together?
One apiece.
Okay.
Seems like they're not very
All
smart.
right. So, what weapon do they have? It could be whatever you want.
Oh, my bugbears?
Yeah,
Swords.
Swords. Okay. So together they slice at 2 in front of them, still laughing at your effort to try to insult these creatures. But you can see that their brittle piecemeal armor kind of falls apart, and you see wounds appear where they struck. So
Cool.
but they're still standing.
They're alive?
Yes, they're still alive.
Okay. I'm going to cast Magic Missile.
Oh boy. Okay. So, do we want to do mercurial magic for this too? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go. We'll do that first. Roll me a d100
So the Mercurial
94.
magic is per spell?
per spell. Yes.
Okay.
What's that?
94?
94.
Wow, per spell. That's bananas.
V-A-N.
Okay, so you have
Banana?
fine control with this spell. You're adept at reining in magical energies of the spell and can choose any result on the spell chart equal to or lower than the one rolled.
Oh.
I have a bag
Bananas
full of
should
Any
fruit.
give you
spell.
a-
Okay, fantastic. And you can choose any result on the spell chart equal to or lower than the one roll. Okay, so when you
Those
roll
all
your
reference
die
to
for this,
vegetables or
and you can not only you don't have to adhere to what you roll. You can choose any outcome equal to or lower what you roll on your spell chart for Magic Missile.
That's cool.
Alright, so Magic Missile is on page
144.
144.
So, I hurl a magic missile that automatically hits the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
So I will roll a d10 for the manifestation.
Okay. Get a 4. Get a 4.
Nope,
A
not
9.
Oh, well, okay. A 4 stagger.
4 stagger.
A 4 is a screaming, clawing eagle.
That's
So, but a 4 stagger is still good.
No one heard that. It's fine. Good. He was better. No.
So yeah, 4 stagger. Okay. So yeah, so you know,
Never make it.
4 staggers are going to shoot from your fingers. So then roll your d20,
cool. From my fingers?
or well, essentially you hurl. So whatever you want from your palm, from whatever, but whatever you're hurling them with
Vomit.
from your.
Oh dear.
What'd you roll?
A 2.
A 2.
2 to 11.
Bless
Lost.
you.
Failure.
Yep.
I failed.
So
Sure should do.
So, does that mean I can't cast this for a little bit?
you can't cast it till you can rest. Yeah. So it's out for the rest of the combat.
That's
Bummer, because that would have been a really cool one. How much luck can I burn to get out of that? I have to burn it all. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Well, you can't burn luck.
You can't
for
burn luck. You
spells.
can spell burn.
Spell burn.
Yeah, so you can take away from your strength, agility, things such as that.
I mean, what do I need strength for?
Take away more personality.
But I believe you need to declare spell burn before casting it. I will double check. I think that's the one thing
Gotcha.
where you don't have to do it.
I mean, it doesn't really matter because, like, I could burn everything I have and barely pass, so.
Yep.
And it would only do 1 point of damage.
Uh,
The missile never
sure,
misses.
spell burn. Okay, so just so we know, blah, blah, blah.
It says the missile.
In attempting to, let's see, life energy, attempting spell burn, the wizard temporarily expends points of his strength, agility, or stamina to enhance his spell check. For every ability point he expends, the wizard adds +1 to the spell check.
When I fail, do I roll corruption?
No, only if you,
Hit a 1.
let's see, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. That is it.
Dude, it would be so cool if I failed and got a 7. Every time I cast Magic Missile, the caster turns invisible for 1d6 rounds.
Yep.
That's cool.
And just so you know, if you sacrifice a full 20 points of ability scores for your spell burn, your roll is automatically treated as a natural 20. So you would have 40 would be your roll.
That's cool.
So okay, so describe how you fizzle out your spell.
My dagger, like I go to like shoot it through the air, and it just kind of like hits the ground,
All right.
and then it like dissipates. into the
Bugbears
dust.
are laughing.
Very.
So
I kick some dirt at the bugbears.
Some dirt in the fancy house.
so
Sorry, did I?
so one eye.
That's what you get.
So one eye.
Yeah,
So
don't laugh.
you completely savaged this poor
Am I
thing.
still?
Sorry.
I'm still on his back, right?
He's still upright. Yeah.
I mean, because he hit me, but I'm still on his
He's
back.
aware of you. Yeah.
Can I backstep when I'm on
No.
his back?
No,
Oh!
backstab is strictly when they're unaware. But you can attack him. I mean, he's barely hanging on.
Fine. If I use my
Garrote?
yeah, but that's only 1 damage. I don't want to,
Plus strength bonus.
which is 0.
But a garrote does something special.
Okay, I do my garrote.
Strangles them.
I garrote them.
Okay, give me a roll.
I forgot where's the d20. Where's the d20? 17 plus whatever melee attack.
Yep.
2.
Cheeks
So
the head
19.
Okay. And
And
it just does 1 damage. That's all.
that's what it says.
Okay. All right.
And wouldn't that was decapitation?
That's going to kill him. So tell me what it does when you wrap that wire around his neck and pull. What happens?
I mean, he.
It's like a cheese slicer.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
cheese slice.
It's like a wire that you just wrap around the neck and you.
Ooh.
Yeah, he definitely his head falls off.
So. Yep.
Yeah.
And
And it
it's
like
up in the air, just like a
down the stairs.
Okay.
just like a fountain.
All right. Fantastic.
And I run after him and I take his other ear
Even better.
before he
All right.
hits the
So
bottom.
Azor,
Not
what would you like to do?
Azor isn't a character in this, it's Astor. You can thank Karen for
That's what
that.
happens when you are present for introductions.
I know you were.
Oh. So and now, just want to remind you that if you do a regular combat, do you have a shield?
Yes.
Remember to add. You have the shield bash too.
So I can do that in addition to.
It's all together. Yes.
Hi, Cactus Hippo.
Fantastic.
What's that?
I don't know.
Do I get my
They said DCC.
attack bonus die on the shield bash as well?
Yes. And the shield itself does 1d3.
Of damage?
Yes. Plus your attack bonus.
Fantastic. Alright. Well, I will. Can I start with the shield bash?
Yeah.
Alright.
We're
gonna-
know I could do a shield bash.
Yeah. I mean, it's all one roll though. It's all just one roll. So, and then are you going to do any sort of declare any sort of mighty deed?
How close are we to the. Can I, like, shield bash someone and hit someone, like, off the balcony?
If you succeed, absolutely.
Okay. Alright. That's my mighty deed.
Okay.
Alright. So there was a 14 on the attack
Okay.
and a 11 on the shield bash.
Okay. Let's see. A 14 is going to hit,
Okay?
and so the shield bash does 1d3 plus what was your deed?
To knock him off the
Okay. So it's going
parapet.
it's going to succeed.
Okay.
So go ahead and tell us
The
what
shield succeeds too?
happened. The whole thing's it's all one roll. So if you succeed with your hit, your
Uh-huh.
shield accompanies it. So
Why
it's-
does it have its own number then to roll?
It
It
does.
has a D14 action die.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. The shield is a D14. My bad. You're right.
So yeah, the shield was an 11
Okay.
and the attack was a 14.
But with the D die, they both succeeded because you need to beat AC 12.
So the 11 would miss then.
Yeah. Okay. So the shield would miss.
Yes.
Okay. But you got a 4 on your D die, so you would still succeed with your mighty deed.
No, I got a 2 on my attack.
Oh,
die.
2. I'm sorry. I thought you got a 4. Never mind then. So what would happen is
So it's just a basic attack.
basic attack, yes, plus 2 to damage.
Plus 1 to damage?
What? No, you had your D die. Your D die does damage too.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's 2 hit
9!
and damage. 9 total.
Where's your shield bash information?
Under shield bash.
Okay.
Dwarf ability.
It's a dwarf ability. Yeah.
So it's not a shield ability, it's a dwarf ability.
So you're
Trent's like,
you're gonna
"I've
kill
been
him.
doing
So
this
how would you like to
Pretty
take him
much.
out?
I was like, what's a nice shield bash?
So as I whiff with my shield, I'll just swing up and pop him in the nuts. Send him
It was a
flying.
distraction.
No, he won't fly off. He'll stagger backwards, and as he collapses on the edge of the balcony dead, you see a hand grab next to one of the grappling hooks.
Uh-oh.
That doesn't look
Oh,
good.
never mind.
Time to play whack-a-mole!
Yeah, remember there's 2 grappling hooks on the side of the
Yeah,
balcony
we should
wall.
fix that.
Alright.
Not me, of
My next
course.
round will be playing whack-a-mole with the people climbing up there.
Okay, Darren, roll me a D100. There's a 1% chance.
Natural 1?
Yeah.
60.
60.
Okay.
I just saw the 0, I was like, oh shit.
Actually, it's the 0 meter.
I know.
So
But I saw a 0 this year.
give us a description as the other snoof and toots disappear. What do they say? Do they do anything?
I don't know, they just kind of starts, I mean,
See you later. Bye.
yeah, they just kind of like saying, like 3 of them just say snap, crackle, pop.
Yeah, because they're real. They're just from other dimensions.
They all just like snap at me.
Boop. Who's awesome? We are. Yeah. All right.
This guy.
And then I sniff around for it.
All right.
Kind of
Okay.
smells like awesome.
So they are going to do an attack. 15, and that is plus. Okay, so still, as they try to maneuver in, they still can't get in between your armor. You're far away on the stairs. Your bugbears are doing a good block, and they go to attack the snoofing toots, and then as they snap, they disappear. All the others just whiff in the air, doing no damage to them. So it is your turn.
I guess. Do I have movement and combat? Like, how does
Yep.
this? Okay. Then when I see the hand pop up on the metal chain, I'm gonna rush over there and try to Lancelot them from
Okay.
like huzzah.
Well, it's just the
Just
hand.
unhook the hook.
Well, I mean, if he's on the hook, it's a lot of weight holding the hook down. Take a lot of effort to take off that plus the weight, right?
Okay, but
Physics.
whatever you would like to do.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna like thrust my spear at the hand.
Okay, go ahead.
Roll d20.
Yep, and I'm going to give you a plus 1 to hit on this, just because they're not going to see it coming. They're not over the balcony.
They literally won't
Never
see
see
it.
it coming. 13.
13. Yeah.
Yeah. Roll damage. Two.
Okay. So you come down, and what are you attacking with?
My spear.
Okay. So
I'm gonna jump in the air and lunge at you.
you kind of the spear kind of pierces her hand, and you hear it shout as it just kind of rips away through his fingers as he falls back down into this, what you get a good view of what it is, this sea of sand and dust as he falls down. There's another one on a rope though to his right, almost up. So, all right. Next we have Creona.
Okay. I am going to. I'm gonna summon more bugbears.
Okay.
Are you hoping to summon a larger area where they can be?
Actually, I'm gonna summon some harpies.
Okay.
Need
they can
some
fly.
help in the air. Let's see, that was 184.
There's a lot of people in this room.
Can we say that I also like ate
A pickle?
a
Yes, absolutely.
carrot?
A carrot.
It's all your phallic fruits and vegetables.
Okay, so the Mercurial magic stays, the manifestation stays. So all you need to do is just roll as you start to draw another pentacle in the ground and bring forth more creatures.
Okay. So the manifestation is the same every time?
Yes. Yep.
Oh,
Is
I
that a
need
one?
new dice.
What'd
Is
you
that
roll?
a 1?
I would like to return these dice, please.
Is that a 1?
Yes.
Okay.
The
What page is
critical
monster summoning?
fumble.
It is 184. So, lost, failure, and worse. Roll 1d6, modified by luck. 0 or less. Corruption plus.
Okay, so lost, failure, and worse. Roll 1d6 modified by luck. Corruption plus patrontate plus misfire. 1d3 corruption, patrontate, or corruption. Okay, yes. So go ahead and roll 1d6.
3.
3. So 1 to 3, it's straight corruption. Okay?
The caster sends.
Yep, so go ahead and roll a d6 again for corruption.
Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, wait, I roll again for corruption?
Yep.
D4.
D6.
A d6?
Yep.
There's only 4 in here, though. In my. Misfire, is that what I'm.
No, it's
Oh,
corruption.
okay.
Corruption.
What is misfire?
Misfire would be
D6. It's right in front of you on
if
your
you rolled
paper.
0 or less, or 4 or higher, or 5 or higher on your d6.
That made it worse.
So what'd you roll for your corruption? Sorry.
1.
One. Minor corruption.
Okay, minor corruption. Let me pull up the corruption table. Okay.
Wait, so Chelsea misfire would be what?
I don't know. I was just telling
If
you
you-
where your dice was.
If you roll if you rolled a 5 or higher, we would do a misfire. Or if you
Gotcha.
rolled 0 or less, so meaning if you had negative aspects to it. So it was a minor corruption.
Yes.
So roll me a d10. One.
How many ones are you gonna roll in a row?
I don't know, but I already wrote DCC a letter about these dice.
Okay. So
Y'all
As
think
you're-
I'm kidding.
as your spell fails and the bugbears turn towards you as they can hear you cursing, so to speak, not only does a ravenous hunger take over, you see the shock in their eyes as you feel your skin begin to bubble,
oh my gosh!
and
That's why I have the character sheet.
what they see and the rest of you see are horrid pustules begin to form on your face.
Roll for insanity. Wait, wrong game.
And you now have a negative penalty to your personality.
I already had that.
Yeah.
Well, now it's
Just-
So
Yeah.
now due to your being hangry and pustule
Pustules.
face, you have a -3 to your personality.
In addition to my -1.
Your -1's permanent. That's what corruption
pain.
does.
Okay. And it's my modifier or my.
Just where's your personality right
Right
now?
here. 8.
Would you have it?
Oh yeah, so you now have permanent -2. What's that?
She had a duel to the pain.
Yes.
And everyone that sees her hideous
Wait, permanent
will
negative
cry out,
That's
"Dear
what corruption
God,
does,
what
yeah.
is that?"
Now there's
thing?"
ways to remove corruption, but we can go over that later.
Call
Okay.
Dr. Pimple Popper.
Oh, Creona.
I yelled at you from the
Dear
stairs.
God,
Don't worry,
what is
honey.
that thing?
I can get you a job.
I take it back. Maybe we need to give Creona some claws.
Here's what
I'm a better tank.
Yeah.
So did the harpies come or no?
Don't worry.
No.
We'll find a medicine
The
for that.
herpes is just a little acne.
Herpes. Herpes.
I said harpies, not herpes.
Her misfire. And she said Miss Herpes instead.
I've got drugs for that.
Jeez. A hairpiece. What? A hairpiece? Oh, a hairpiece.
No, it's not herpes.
Okay,
Oh,
so now we go to Mary, One-Eye Guzman.
So, since that other guy's asleep, can it be a backstab? He's definitely unaware that I'm
Oh,
gonna
you can
stab
automatically
him.
kill him. You can kill
Are
the guy's
both my
asleep.
bears dead?
What?
Are both my bears gone?
No,
Just one?
The sleeping guy on the
you
stairs.
just can't cast it anymore.
Okay.
So if they step
Well.
out of the reticle or whatever,
Okay.
then they're there for an hour. So no, you can automatically kill him, but that'll be your action.
Okay, I just kill him.
Okay, so you and do you do anything else to him? I mean, do you take his ears? Do you?
I loot him.
Okay.
What does he have?
Oh, okay. Well, as you bend over and
Pickpocket.
stab him, he's dead. You don't.
I pick his pocket.
So aside from a variety of weapons that they have, a machete, 2 daggers, 4 javelins.
Just on him?
Yes, all of them do.
4
Or in him.
Yeah.
That's a lot of weapons on one dude.
But there's you notice that around their ankles are pouches, and if you rip off one of the pouches and look inside, there is some glowing stones inside of there.
Oh, I take them.
Okay.
Can I also take the other guy's glowing stones?
Sure.
Okay.
They've been cut off already.
Lots of glowing stones. Oh, you need me to just.
So are you just
my
gonna
whole
cut?
chair?
You're just
Just
gonna
a
come
little
up
bit.
with
Your head's in the.
with pouches and weapons up the steps as you walk back up.
You said little.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm covered in rags, so I just
Yeah.
put them in my various pockets and folds.
okay. So now we have Azor.
Whack-a-mole. I love this game. I try to find the slot for the coin
Okay.
to play whack-a-mole on the guys coming up the thing, but I can't find it. So
Okay. Perfect.
I smash down and try to knock them so that they like make a trail of people falling down.
Okay.
Are there multiple people coming up?
There's just 2. You killed one. There's just
I'm
another
assuming it's a long rope and it'll
It's
bring
huge.
down
Yeah.
the whole trail of people below.
Okay.
And I can do that with my shield as well, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't get my mighty deed. You said it has to be a 4 or greater for the mighty
3 or
deed.
higher. 3 or higher.
3 or higher. Well, it was a 2.
Okay.
But it was a 17 to hit with my mace and
Yep.
a 16 to hit with my shield.
Okay. So yeah, you can smash the grapple and then just bring your shield down on the rope, severing it, and as the one remaining on the rope just disappears into the dust below. Okay. So here we go. I am going to, now that we've gone a little lower, they're going to focus on your 2 bugbears.
Okay.
So one takes a swing at one, your bugbear defends himself valiantly.
Oh no.
The other one connects though.
That's what you get for laughing.
And let's see here. It's going to do a,
Can we not kill him?
well,
Something has to die.
did you roll? You never roll for hit points. Roll me a d8.
Several things have died. Just not us.
This is for the first bugbear. 4.
Yep.
This is for the second bugbear. So.
Okay. So he breaks through your bugbear's defense, just causing a small gash on his furry hide. And so the other ones, you are out of combat, and so a few gather on you. You valiantly just turn and defend yourself. A couple gather. What's your armor class?
16.
16. Okay, that's going to be a hit. So let's see here. Boy. Okay, so after seeing all of the madness, one of them seems to get a little bit of insight, gathers together his daring do, and slashes you with the machete for 6 points of damage. Are you still standing?
Yeah?
Okay. Breaking through your defense. What type of armor
Too
do you
bad we
have?
didn't get that.
I have chainmail.
Okay, so you're cutting some of the links away of your chainmail. Your blood starts to flow. Right. So, top of the round, we have. We're almost done here in case it's getting late for everyone. Top of the round, we have Snoof and Toot.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Snoof and Toot, out of fear of dying, is going to cast Magic Shield
Okay.
on myself.
On yourself. Okay.
Uh,
So let's roll a D100 from the Mercurial Magic.
What do you need?
Is it a different one for every
61.
Yes.
Oh man.
61?
No wonder that book is so thick.
Okay, 61. Loud enough for you? Due to the ineffable demands of your magic, the spell must be shouted when cast,
So magic shield!
effectively negating any chance of the caster remaining undetected before the casting is completed.
Invisibility!
So above the battle and everything that ensues, you hear the shout of Lord Snoofentoot say,
Magic shield!
and how does it manifest?
Oh shit. Hold on. Roll a d6 first. I'm keeping that roll,
This
by the
D6.
way.
Okay.
Because that was a good roll. 6. It manifests in a whirlwind of air that buffets attackers.
Oh, cool. So,
Your magic-
Magic shield!
yes. As
Nice.
as your attackers, even the one that slashes with machete, just kind of, holds himself back from the wind that is
So it's
surrounding
like a
you.
tornado.
Yeah.
So it's like, anti-M!
Okay, then
I am such a big fan of these like flavor
Oh.
things. This is really cool.
So now you roll for the spell itself.
which I rolled for it, and my bonus gives me +3, so I'm at a 20. The caster conjures a shield that provides a +4 bonus AC for 1d3 of turns.
Mhm.
2 turns.
Okay. Excellent.
When casting the spell, the caster can apply the shield to himself or one ally touched. In addition to the AC bonus, the shield also blocks magic missiles automatically.
Oh, that's not a problem.
I mean, just in case hers will, but her magic sucks. So. Cool. For 2 turns, I have +4 AC.
All right. So your attackers just kind of, they can squint through the wind that's surrounding you. All right. So next up we have Priona. What would you like to do?
Well, I can't cast the missile. I can't cast the monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Guess it's time for tank mode.
Oh, do you have any spells left?
Let's see. I've got cantrip. Got comprehend languages. Find familiar. I guess I could sleep them.
Oh, you have sleep?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sleep.
Looks pretty good for me.
I don't know. I'm scared to lose my last good spell.
Well, let's.
Okay.
Are you going to do sleep?
I'll do sleep.
Okay, Mercurial Magic D100.
D100.
I like the Mercurial Magic.
Me too.
94 again. So
Roll again. Roll again. Yeah.
89.
89.
Sounds nice.
Okay.
Oh,
Phase out. After casting the spell, you shift out of phase with the world, making you invisible and invulnerable to attack, but preventing you from interacting with your own environment. This state lasts for 1d6 rounds plus
Wow.
1 round per level of the spell.
Wait.
So you're just gone for rounds now.
So you cast sleep.
If we kill everyone, we have to
Okay.
wait for her to return.
You probably go visit your doppelganger
Yeah.
on another plane.
Yeah. Who's called you for?
Who's using the
1d6?
spell.
For 1d6
Plus
plus round per level of the spell. Sleep is level 1, so 1d6 plus 1. So you're going to shift out.
Okay.
You can still see, but you're safe from
And I
attack.
can't tell my bugbears to do anything,
No.
can I?
No, but they will defend themselves.
Yeah.
Basically, just cast Teferi's protection.
Okay, so go ahead and how does your sleep spell manifest?
Manifestation's cool.
Yeah, I like that. Let's see. Sleep is on page
155.
160.
155.
Oh, Ed's on, or was.
He liked that Robert succeeded with the mighty D.
Yeah.
Not deed, but...
Can you find sleep?
Yeah. So 1d4.
Here.
That's a 5.
4.
4?
So, waves of blue light.
Waves of blue light. So waves of soothing
16
blue
points.
light are going to radiate from
16.
you. So roll your d20. Please do not roll a 1.
Again.
Roll 1. Roll out
No, I feel like
roll
this
out
table
one.
is like
Roll out one. Roll out one.
8.
8.
Did I get any modifiers?
Aw.
I'd like to burn some luck.
You can't burn luck, but you can spell burn if you like.
No, I'm kidding.
Just use your personality.
So
I don't really want to go invisible, so.
So, but you will.
Oh,
though.
even just
Even if
because
it
I
works.
attempted.
Yes, Mercurial magic. Yes, attempting it is yes,
So even if it fails, I'm invisible.
yes. For how many? Did you roll how many
Bummer.
rounds?
Did you roll the d6?
1d6
G6
plus 1.
plus the, yeah.
5.
So
Bye.
Enjoy the rest of the game, guys.
so it's all right. Don't worry about it. We're actually it's not gonna. Well,
There's
never
only a
mind.
couple guys left.
Never mind. So moving on, we now have. Let's see here, Mary. So you've gathered these belongings of these 2 dead guys on the stairs, and you can hear the sound of battle above you. I'll say there's distraction enough that if you rush out, you can try to backstab another.
I go
Only if they
backstab.
yelled out magic shields.
I backstab one of them. Yeah, they're very distracted.
My
To
fuck
me.
you, man.
Oh no.
What?
Oh no.
What? What'd you
Is it a
roll?
1?
No, it's a 2.
That's fine.
No,
Very
it's not.
exciting.
Well, 2 just means
Means you miss.
you miss.
I don't want to miss. What do I burn to not
Oh,
miss?
burn luck. Well, you need to burn. You rolled a 2. You have what's your attack bonus?
My 2, and then it's plus 2 for backstab, so it's a
6.
2, 4, 6.
count. 6.
Okay.
I want to burn.
Now, normally you don't know the AC, but I did happen to mention it.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
So how much would you like to burn?
Because I get D5 every time, right?
Oh, that's right. Yes, you get to multiply every point. You get to multiply it by a D5.
I get to multiply it, or I
So
get
you roll
to
it.
roll. Oh,
You get to roll a D5 essentially. Well, D5 times 1, D5 times yeah. So roll 2 D5.
I'm gonna do 3 points.
3. So roll 3 D5.
I have no idea which one is 5.
Looks like that.
This.
Yep.
Oh, yep. Okay. So I roll this 3 times.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
6.
6
Plus 6.
6.
Brings her to 12.
12.
Just did it.
Okay, so now I have 9 luck points.
All right. So roll your. So it's an automatic crit. So and what's your crit table? 3.
2.
Crit table 2, and what's your crit die?
I don't know.
It should say right next to it.
D14, which is
So roll a D14.
One that has the 14 under it.
this one.
Okay.
Yep. 14
Nope.
underlined.
This one.
Yep.
Yep. 4.
4. Okay. So describe to me how. So what you're going to do is you're going to do a blow to the chest, which is going to stagger him as he kind of looks around, like where did this person come from?
She backstabbed him in the chest.
Do your damage. Do your damage for it.
Okay.
So what's your damage?
So 1d6.
Okay.
Through.
Go ahead.
Is there anything? Wait, is it?
Whatever the damage,
Plus-
whatever it says with your weapon. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I guess it's just 1d6. 6.
Okay. So he's going to take 6 points of damage, but because you've staggered him, you get to make an immediate free attack.
Okay,
So roll-
I will do it again.
So D20, not a backstab though, because he's now aware of you. But roll a normal 20. What'd you get?
3.
3. Okay.
Burn the whole.
You want to burn some luck again? Because you.
Gotta hit
Make
12.
some shitty dice.
Yeah, I do want to burn some luck again.
How much?
I'll burn 2 more luck.
Okay. So roll 2d5.
Why are you saying it like that?
Well,
You
you
have to
need
roll
to get
2
you
fives.
get 2 fives.
Oh well, no, I lied 3.
Okay. Where's your luck at? How much you have left?
6.
Oh, that's okay. That's still good.
Where'd my D5 die
The
go?
one, the one flat. Yeah.
So confusing. 4, 2, 1.
Okay.
Is that enough?
Yeah.
4, 5, 6,
5, 5.
7.
That's 10.
10 total?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 plus her.
Oh,
3.
10 plus.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
10 plus her 3.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
No,
Yeah.
10 plus 2.
That's
It's
good.
still good.
Oh.
So roll damage.
I'm so glad.
roll damage again.
Barely again.
5.
5.
See, you
Okay.
guys are lucky.
So breaking it down. You rush up the stairs. You catch him off guard. You stagger him in the chest, crushing his chest bone for 6 points of damage.
And I breathe in his face.
Yes,
frightens
and that causes him to turn his head, which gives you another attack, and you take him down as he collapses to the ground.
And I take his jewels. Can I take his jewels?
Leave his
Like
testicles
his-
alone.
Can you be more
His
specific, please?
His ankle jewels.
Yes, you may.
3 pouches
Jewels
of
are we talking
of
about?
shiny
Pouches of
stones.
He's just really old and his
I mean, he didn't say it was jewels specifically.
Okay.
He said it was shiny stones. So I have 3 ankle pouches of shiny stones.
So, and then next we have Azor, right? Yes, Azor.
How many are left?
Let's see here.
I've killed 3.
Let's see.
You've killed 2.
So, 4. 4. And 2 bugbears.
Can I smash through one so that he like trips one of the other guys as he falls?
Sure.
This is Thunder Cross. You knew whatever the fuck you want.
All right.
Okay.
My shield bash was for a 15
Okay.
with a 4 on
Ooh, wow.
The mighty D
the
coming out.
D dice.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the regular mace attack did not hit a 12.
Okay. Do you want to burn any luck?
Yeah. But the shield was
We'll
the
have,
one that was gonna-
And did you succeed on your deed, though?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the it got a 4.
Okay, so
We'll have
so
Mighty
he's
D
going to
available
knock over
on
the other
DCC
3.
Day.
Oh, all 3 of them.
Yeah, so I'll just I mean this is a
Okay.
mighty deed. This is we're not spinning around. So he's
Mighty
going to take how many points of damage total?
Shield does D
1d3
3
plus your plus the 4.
7.
plus 1 for strength, so 8.
8. Oh, okay. So
As a
as
tenderizer.
you bash him, his lifeless body flies backwards, knocking over the other 3 to the ground.
It's like bowling. I knew I loved the arcade games. I didn't even get tickets from the last one.
Okay.
I hit a sore spot for my bowling.
Right. So go.
They all got knocked over, so they take their turn standing back up.
Good point.
Shot. Great shot.
So
Hey, that's it.
seeing as they're laying on the ground and they throw their dead companion up, the 3 begin to stand and they look at you all with shocked faces as a bright pink flash suddenly blinds you where each one of you are staring, and that sensation of the world dropping beneath you suddenly occurs as the rush and the speed of movement, even though it doesn't feel like you're going anywhere, suddenly overtakes you. And almost as quickly as the pink flash blinds you, it disappears. And where you stand is exactly where you left in the Baron's mansion.
Whoa.
And as he looks upon you, seeing you holding a cache of weapons that you've gathered together, you bleeding from a wound, you covered in grime and blood,
Can't see me?
and can't see you for another few more rounds.
Gone.
As he just in astonishment going, by the gods, what happened?
Great.
And that's where we'll stop.
Oh.
Great.
All right, so
GG.
That was lovely, thank you.
thank you all for watching. I hope we did DCC some justice. This will be available on the Discord for I don't know how long it lasts, right? How long does it sit on Discord to rewatch?
Twitch?
On Twitch.
Twitch.
Sorry, on Twitch. Sorry.
I don't know, like a week or so.
Okay, so we'll
Really?
I think So
try to see if we can get this up on your YouTube. But we've got one more session to do to cap this up. We'll see about scheduling it, and we'll let everyone know as soon as we do. So,
See, you never mind.
today,
so we will talk about it and then just notify everyone. So thank you all for tuning in to the dungeon at Critical Hit Games in Corona, California. Look for part 2 of the Neon Knights coming soon, and be sure and set aside and save the date for DCC Days on June 26th here at the store. Good night, everybody, and fumble through or whatever.
Thanks, Ed.
And are there any of those cheese puffs left?
Yeah, what
Yes.
flavor cheese puffs are those?